So, what I learned in chapter 1 is all about the stars and the galaxies and the clusters. I learned about the origin of our solar system and how the acceleration was what caused the form of the planets. I learned about the rotating cloud nebula. I also learned that there are liquid oceans on Jupiter's moons Europa and Callisto. It's super cold there, so many wonder how that's possible. But it's believed that there's the liquid layer is under a solid, so that is how they say it is possible for there to be liquid on those moons. I learned about the early planet Earth and that there's little to no gravity, and oxygen could not accumulate until production exceeded the consumption. I learned that years of time are required for the Earth to orbit the Sun. The solar day is 24 hours. Earth is nearly spherical, and that's due to the spinning and cooling that it went through years and years ago. I learned about that latitudes are parallel to the equator, and 0 to 90 above is the northern hemisphere, and 0 to below 90 degrees is the southern hemisphere. I learned that longitudes are formed at right angles to the latitude lines, and they're measured from the prime meridian. And every 15 degrees, there's a change of an hour in the time zones. I also learned about GPSs and that there are many variations of the GPS. And Earth is mostly covered by water, and I learned the percentages that it does cover, and over 71% of Earth is covered in water, and only 3% of that is fresh water, and 29% of the Earth is land. I learned about the hydraulic cycle, and the residential time is how long the molecules are there for. And the northern hemisphere is mostly land. The southern hemisphere is mostly water. And I learned about the oceans from largest to smallest. And they go Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, and Arctic. And I learned that the Southern Ocean is the newest boundaries were just served, and that was in 2000. In chapter 2, I learned about seismic waves and their vibrations caused by earthquakes. And speeds depend on chemistry, density, and its physical state. Body waves are not as destructive to surface, and they help gain knowledge on the Earth's interior. And the types of waves are P waves and S waves. And there are two different models, Model 1 and Model 2, with the layers of the Earth. The types of layers that there are the lithosphere, exosphere, and mesosphere. I probably totally just butchered those. I also learned about the breakup of Pangea, which was discovered by Alfred Wegener, whose evidence of the fitting of the continents and the fossil distribution was found with that. Some of the things that I found that were interesting is galaxies contain 200 billion stars. Earth is believed to be 1.5 to 1.6 billion years old. And 0.25 days, there are 0.25 days more than the calendar year. I also thought it was interesting that there are 24 navigation systems and satellites, and 21 are operational and 3 are spares. I would like to learn more about the breakup of Pangea. And I would also like to learn more about hotspots, especially hotspots of the Hawaiian Islands. My questions are there liquid oceans on other planets? How did they determine how old Earth was? And when was the breakup of Pangea? And that's what I learned in chapters 1 and 2.